just talk about the things you've done with the program, building it up, and now you're back in the bowl game for the first time in a couple of years. What's it mean, you think, going into the future for your program?
Well, I think most kids gauge their success by being in a bowl game. I think that's just the way we all look at it. So being off for a couple of years was not a good feeling. When we were all sitting home at Christmas watching everybody else play, was not very good. So I think for our players, I think they feel really good. One of my concerns is, though, we're a very young football team in a lot of positions, and some of our guys haven't been here before. So whether we can get them to focus or not, we'll find out Friday night. But it's a good feeling to be back.
Tanner Price, obviously Chris Givens. What do they present to you, especially on the outside, and how much does that open things up for other guys on the field?
Well, I think it's important that they play well. I think 2 or 3 of the games where we played poorly, we didn't get real good quarterback play and real good play out of our receivers. And it's not always the quarterbacks, not always the receivers, but I think certainly if Tanner Price and Chris Givens are getting some things done, then it opens everything else up. I think we used to be primarily a running football team. We've completely changed our style of play right now, but for us to be effective, we have to hit some big throws.
What's the biggest thing that sticks out in Mississippi State? Either side of the ball, what's the first thing you always talk about to your team?
Well, they're the kind of team that has given us problems this year. We're not a very big football team on defense, and they're a big physical front. They like to run the football at you. They're really good running power and counter and option, and do a nice job with their throw game off that stuff. So the strength of their offensive line is a problem for us. They're a physical football team. And then I think same thing when you look at Mississippi State's defense. Their front four is very physical, very athletic. They're going to pressure Tanner. We're going to have some get-off throws, and if we can run it a little bit, would really help us. But it's not going to be easy.
How much focus do you put on trying to handle Fletcher Cox, defensive tackle?
We've played against some really good defensive fronts this year, but I think he's really special. It's going to be a problem. I think he's capable down inside of certainly disrupting your running game, and then it's unusual to see that good a pass rusher down inside. So, our guys inside are going to have to really play well. But I think the strength is they've got 4 really talented defensive front guys, and so I think if you try to focus on one guy, you're going to have problems because they've got a lot of guys that can make plays.
Y'all address the cowbells at all? I know the fans are supposed to ring them at certain times, but
Well, our guys know it's going to be a crazy environment. I think we've played in some tough environments. I think the cowbells will be a new element, and certainly that can be a distraction because we do have a lot of young players. We're playing a lot of sophomores and freshmen on this football team, but I think we've got a good mix of seniors, so hopefully the old guys can keep the young guys calmed down.